Yowza, welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Good to see familiar faces again. Today's video is about why it's important to be creative and why it's important to be, I guess, a little bit more conscious of creativeness whilst we're doing what we're doing, whether it be work, having fun, being with our kids, being with our friends and family, and being able to be a bit more encouraging with the form of creation. So again, this video is just to highlight and make it more apparent and more aware as to why it is important to be creative. So very beginning, whilst I was growing up, I'd be outside from 7 o'clock in the morning till about midday. I'd come in for lunch and then go back and won't be seen at home until maybe 7-8 o'clock at night, when the sun's down. And I think that was some form of creativeness in terms of being chased by aliens, creating scenarios of cops and robbers, climbing up trees, building cubby houses, being outdoor and creative and active. I think the kids of today, though, they could be looked down upon in terms of not necessarily being as creative and active as we once were, in our generation growing up. And it's something I'd like to challenge anyway, because I believe maybe not as active would be an argument that is correct. But I think, the creativeness and the ability to build something that's amazing, or even the curiosity. Kids these days are being fed a lot more information. They're games such as Minecraft, where they're building these entire worlds of blocks and whatever it may be, whether it be a castle on a lake or a hill that's got so many more amazing creatures and whatever. But I feel like the creativeness that the kids have whilst growing up is immense. But whilst we tend to move into the adult life or the adulthood, that creativeness is maybe suppressed, or is it taken out of us? Who knows? But I feel like that creativeness, whilst we're being nurtured into adulthood, is sort of not as present anymore. So today's video is being more conscious about it, being more aware of being creative, because I guarantee you, each and every one of us, whilst we're growing up, we were creative, we were building things, we were very curious and intrigued. Today's video, I was watching a little kid that had a helmet on, and he was intrigued about a fire pit and a side of a couch, and that's his day, and that's how amazing it was. So today's more, as us adults can look back and reflect, add a bit more creativeness to what we do, whether it be with our kids, friends and family, at work, so on and so forth. So being more conscious of it and being able to reflect and see, whilst growing up, we were pretty much creative. Number 2, storytelling, and I touched on this in my last video, and thankfully I've had a few comments back about how important it is to be creative, how they can apply that to what they're doing and what they love doing. And I honestly believe that if we become a better storyteller, being able to connect and have a story associated with it is key in my opinion. And I think if kids are doing that of today and as of yesterday and even tomorrow, then why not add that to the adulthood for us adults. So that's number 2, improving on our storytelling, being able to connect with other people. And number 3 would be, who are the influences that we find creative? Who are we attracted to? And I think for myself, being on YouTube a little bit more than usual, is the creators such as Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon. You've also got the vloggers, the fitness vloggers like Christian Guzman and Rob Lipset that I watch vigorously, and even Max Tuning, who in my opinion really epitomizes storytelling, and as well being able to add his creative touch to what he's basically doing, which is gym. For myself, I can see the creativeness in what I do in terms of technology, where once I thought that being in the IT industry was just ones and zeros, there wasn't really any creativeness to it. But if you reflect and look at it, the technologies that we're using these days are always evolving, they're always moving forward, and within a month or two, you've got a new set of features with Microsoft Server, or you've got new Apple features on the iPhone, the iPad, and the Apple Mac. So there's so many things that we perceive as probably not as creative as what we would think or what society would think, but if we really reflect and look into it, there's some form of creativeness. So the takeaway for this for you guys, I hope, and I hope someone takes something away from today's video, is to be a little bit more conscious and be more aware of that creative spark that we had when we were younger. Try and bring that into today's work, whether it be at work, friends and family, with kids, and the like. So that's a video for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, comment below. yeah, I'm actually going to a 3-year-old birthday party, so we'll see how creative they are, and I'll probably take some notes to learn how to be a little bit more creative. Anyway guys, peace out, see you guys around, yoza.